Hello, welcome to Cosmic Turtles. I'm Tina. I'm going to do a reading again, a collective reading. I have Palo Santo here. Smudging is good. I don't know if you can hear it. There's background sound. There's whales and dolphins. Whales and dolphins. They're warm-blooded, like us. They live in the depths of the water. The waters of emotion. It's pretty much where all the collective is right now. In the depths of their emotions. They're waking up to it. I have animal cards here for animal messages. Let's see what they say for today. They're actually quite nice. They're from Susie Green. That's the creator of these cards. It's very nice. There's a reflection here. I don't know if you can see it very well. Oh, how fitting. An octopus. It says, travel across Earth and over sea to securely embrace your dream. Let's see how this speaks to you. How it speaks to the collective. You know, if an octopus gets scared or feels threatened, it sends out a big push and all this black ink goes around it like a black cloud. And then no one can see it, but it can't see where it's going either. So it's kind of like us. If we are afraid, we send that signal of a big cloud around us, and then we stay in that darkness, in that fear. But if we sit still, it dissipates, and then you get to see clearly again. Whenever you're caught up in the fear of things, give yourself a moment. Let it dissipate. And then clarity comes back to you. It was just a thought. It was just you being pulled back into another situation from before, a remembrance. Sometimes just sitting still. You find a quiet place if you can. You make time for yourself. And then you get to see clarity. And then that's how you can find solutions. So octopus travel across Earth and over sea to securely embrace your dream. wisdom card reading for the collective. These are nice cards. They're wisdom cards from Deanna Cooper and Greg Stewart. I don't have the cover anymore. I just have the box, but there was a cover. But this is how they look like. It shows a condor. It shows the book of wisdom. And there's an owl. I see the sea. I see the mountains. The sun. It's like the passage to get to your dreams, the passage to get to illumination within yourself. Go through the book of your experiences, extract the wisdom of it, and that's all through the ocean of emotion. And then you reach that mountain, climb it, you reach illumination. Have a bird's eye view about things. Elevate yourself to see above yourself. Connect with your higher spirit. Connect with your higher self. For that, you got to go in the depths of yourself. That's why we have dolphins and whales. Everything we need to know is always around us. It's available to us. We just gotta seek it out for ourselves. So for the collective, I'll do a 3-card reading. These are nice. They'll express the wisdom of what people can maybe want to know. Because it's always on a if you want to. Because it's always up to you. Individually. We're all living individual experiences. Every one of us has a point of view, and that is our own perspective. And it matters in the greater scheme of things. One person can have an answer, or the rest of the sentence of someone else started. And that's how we interlink. Sometimes it's to figure out what we don't want. Sometimes it's to figure out an answer or a completion of a question. But we're always evolving, so we're never done. That's the beauty of life. It's ever expanding, ever evolving. The first one, authenticity. Authenticity. Can someone read it? When you are genuine and honest, people sense your integrity and respond by trusting you. Your relationships then become rich and rewarding. People feel safe around you, and this ultimately serves you well. Your guidance is to review your life honestly. Inspect those areas in which you are not being completely true to yourself and be ready to change them. That takes effort. It's not easy, but it's doable. You can do it. Aspire to be totally authentic, and the universe will respond by opening doors to outcomes better than you could ever have imagined. The affirmation for this card is, I am genuine and honest. With yourself first, right? Authenticity. Next message. Purpose. Ooh. of us is looking for that purpose. By choosing this card, you are prompted to examine how your current goals serve you. Is it you just want to do it because you'll feel better about yourself? Or do you already feel good about yourself while you're doing it? Those are questions to ask. Check that the reasoning of your mind is attuned with the calling of your heart. Does it bring you joy? Is it worth the joy? Allow your values to act as your compass and guide your direction. Then become clear about whether your thoughts, words, and actions are in alignment with your life's plan, and take positive action to bring about congruence. Congruence, it's when 2 points reach the same, when 2 directions reach the same point. Some people may call it coincidence. Congruent. Act with awareness and wisdom, as the choices you make can hinder as well as assist the fulfillment of your purpose. You'll feel it if it's not right. It's that little feeling that a lot of us will say, geez, I should have listened to myself. Exactly. That's the whole point. We're supposed to listen to ourselves more. It's a tough thing to do, especially when we're told this, told that, be this, be that. Are we being authentically ourselves, or are we just following what we were told to do? It's okay if your guidance feels right. I mean, if I'm told don't cross the road unless you look both sides, make sure there's no cars coming, well, yeah, I'll listen to that. It makes sense. I don't want to get hit by a car, you know? So be aware of the choices you make. Make sure it's what you want. Use the bird's eye view to see maybe ahead of what are the possible consequences of taking that action. You have a choice in every moment on how you're going to be, how you're going to respond, how you're going to behave. It's not acting, it's choosing what you want to see inside of yourself, what you'd like to see on the outside being reflected back to you. The affirmation is, I have a clear purpose. When your head and your heart aligns to a decision, that's the time to go forward with it. Don't allow doubt to change your mind. That's your challenge. That's everybody's challenge. We live in a dualistic life. So have a clear purpose. Integrity. Integrity. That's a tough one to follow sometimes. Within you are a number of personalities, and when they work together in harmony, you are integrated. It doesn't mean you have multiple personality disorder. Just understand we have many aspects of ourselves. We have the inner child that can express the most beautiful creations and new ideas and freshness of new ideas. Or it can be very immature and stubborn and just don't want to do nothing. So you got to balance that aspect of yourself. You got to nurture that side of yourself, because the inner child is also afraid. But it can release fear. When it releases fear, it can express its most beautiful light. And that's your creativity, your solution finding skills. It doesn't matter if you're more rational, more practical, Your inner child still plays a role. And then there's the adventurous teenager, the one that can take on everything, that can do, be, have anything, that's not afraid to go forward, that will jump into the unknown. In the tarot, that would be the Fool card. Just walk, just go forward. The path will open itself, all on its own, because you believe, you have faith in yourself. And then you have the responsible adult. The responsible adult knows when to say things and when to allow things to be. It knows how to keep people safe. So it's about security, making sure things are in place, the things you need, your basics. The responsible adult will plan ahead, make sure goes to the grocery store before it's closed, make sure there's food so it doesn't run out, or will find the ways of getting what it needs for itself and for the whole, the family unit. Or if your family, it's you and your cat, then it makes sure it has food for itself and for its cat. The responsible adult is something we grow into because it's a level of maturity. When we're in the inner child and the adventurous teenager levels, we haven't reached that level of taking on responsibility and understanding that yet. But when we understand it, then we're afraid at first because everything is scary. We think everything's on our shoulders. But we gotta give ourselves time to breathe. And then the other aspect of ourselves is the wise elder. The wise elder is your inner wisdom. Inner wisdom can be expressed through just knowingness. And that also requires that you've done steps to acquire or to more fully understand it. Because you can have inner wisdom even as a child. And children have a collective inner wisdom. They hold it because the generations before already put it in the energies, and the children are like sponges, right? So they absorb all that and they just have that inner wisdom if they're allowed to be. And that's from the life experiences of the different steps. Through your experiences, you can extract wisdom. That wisdom is then given to the collective, and everyone can benefit from it if they seek it out. Be true to yourself. Being true to yourself makes you powerful in a natural and effortless way. For that, you gotta know yourself. Integrity is also knowing yourself, getting to know yourself. We don't know ourselves 100%. I don't think ever, but we can reach a good percentage of knowing ourselves. We're all in the learning stages of that right now in the collective. People sense your level of honesty and principle and respond accordingly. So if you know what you're talking about, and not just pretending, although you can. Some people say fake it till you make it. It's a way. If it works, okay. But when you really feel it, even without knowing, you just know. Go with that. Wisdom guides you to deepen your self-knowledge, raise your consciousness, and express your truth. It's an individual experience, remember? Everyone has a piece of truth. Everyone has a point of view, that is their perspective. The way they see life, it's true for them. The way you see life is true for you. Integrity is also respect of each other's point of view. You will become a beacon and people will respect and honor you. At all times, maintain your own standards, regardless of those around you. Sincerity ultimately prevails. Sincerity. Integrity, sincerity. Affirmation says, I always act with integrity. That's your affirmation. And we're human, so we always do our best. And you can never compare yourself to someone else, although they can inspire you to become better for yourself. But the only one you can really compare yourself to is who you used to be. So, who I was yesterday, I'm better than who I was yesterday because I learned from myself, and then I'm better today for it. So we have authenticity, purpose, integrity. Message for the collective. I think I can add something. I have different cards. I'll try the Enchanted Map from Colette Baron Reed. I really like her cards. Enchanted Map. And they have pretty pictures. Oh, and it has compasses. And if I don't know the definition of something, there is a booklet. So it's always good to have. I like intuition. I want to show you Cosmic Turtles. This was a gray, this color, gray turtle, and I got into painting. I used to write, but my hand hurts a little, so I'm doing exercises for it. So I got painting, and I painted this, and then the name came to me, Cosmic Turtles. There's one right now, but it's the outer turtle and the inner turtle, and it's Cosmic Turtles. And the 4 stages of life. They're there in your heart. They're within. And then we bring that wisdom up. Carry all of our knowledge with us, all of our wisdom, and life, time is slow. So for me, this was the painting I made, my creation. And it's a young turtle. Usually a turtle has 13 patches on its back, a full-grown one. This one has 7. Number of mystery. Cosmic Turtles. Alright, let's see what could be added with the Enchanted Map. sad embrace. Well, I don't know that one per se, but the picture itself can be quite revealing. Message for the collective, and in numerology 4 plus 5 is a 9. 9 is a number of endings, but also of new beginnings and authenticity, purpose, integrity, sad embrace. It seems to be like the feeling of what the collective is going through on a deeper level. We're letting go of things, and some of those things we carried with us for so long that we thought it was part of us, and it wasn't. It was just needed for a while, like for a time, because the energies were more dense, and now the energies are getting not as dense, and we thought the armor we carried around with us, that it was part of us like a turtle's shell. And you know, a turtle, its shell, it's part of him for real. It can't come out of his shell, he'll die. So the armor we carried around, we thought it was like that turtle shell, and it's not. Read up the definition. Get the definition. I can get a clearer picture for the collective. Sad embrace. Loss is a part of life. Let go and allow time to heal you. A lot of us right now are on our healing journeys. Healing is also making peace with discovering that we were not what we thought we were, and we had the capability of doing things we never thought we would do. And it's the dualistic nature. We were so much in our minds, we didn't realize what we were doing on the outside of ourselves. Like, you can walk and think, because you're in your mind, you can think, oh, everything's this, that, but yet it's not the truth. It's not reflected as the truth. A lot of us are in denial. And then when we discover the truth of ourselves in totality, we see it for all its pieces and parts instead of, and part of the healing is to blend it. Like, some of us, we spend our whole lives being sad, depressed. But we thought we were happy because we could laugh. But the truth was, everything that would come into our lives would be sad. And it was, we couldn't understand, like, why is everything sad if I think I feel happy? Did we maintain that vibration of happy long enough? Did we let go of sadness? Did we take on the sad self and nurture it back to being happy? Did we really do the healing, or did we just think we did? It's tough to realize, like, are we really what we think, or are we more than that? And if so, how do you reach that? Healing is needed. So this says, you may be entering into a period where loss is a theme. Perhaps you're having to let go of a long cherished dream. Dreams of the ego. It's tough. We were led to believe in a certain way. Then we discover it's not true. Then we're pissed off at life and anyone that ever participated in leading us to that belief in the first place. But then we're mad at ourselves because we believed it in the first place, but we didn't realize that we had the power to believe in ourselves, to actually go deeper and see what we really want. But it's okay right now because that's part of conscious awareness. We're waking up to who we really are, and it's a perfect blend of all of these things. Like, we've been through the extremes of emotions, and now it's time to center ourselves and follow like that 0 point, that silver lining. You see the yin yang sign? Well, that line that goes in the middle, that curves, that's where we're supposed to be. So we have a perspective of light and dark. We're aware of the extremes of ourselves, but we keep ourselves in balance, and then we align ourselves so we could be connected with our authentic self. And from that point, we find our purpose. And that purpose, you do that with integrity. You keep yourself balanced as best as you can. I mean, you will tilt her. I mean, life will, and then they'll tell you, okay, you're not grounded enough. So do the things to help you to get grounded. Or you'll discover on a daily basis what you need to do for yourself. You'll feel it. You'll know. You can't deny your own feelings, but you can if you're always stuck in the mind. Because we're stubborn creatures. We really are. But